welcome to the finale for Summit 9 in Saskatchewan. I'm Mike Wolsfeld. I'm the Saskatchewan lead for Startup TNT.
And I'm Jesse Weave, the Community Development Lead. Welcome here, everybody. We're so happy to have you. Can you believe it's almost been 3 years since TNT was started here in Saskatchewan?
I cannot.
Yes, yeah. June 23rd was the very first happy hour at Prairie Sun, just after COVID was starting to come out, and we could go back out into the community. It was It was actually the same day as Up back then. It was a virtual Up, and then we had a little after party at Prairie Sun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember it like it's yesterday.
Yeah,
Everybody in the ecosystem going, "Who is this crazy, loud, tall guy coming around saying we're gonna go into a COVID bar and everybody's gonna network again?"
And then we're going to invest in companies, and we're going to raise capital, and we're going to do pitch nights. And here we are. And here we are at Vendasta. Next slide. Not clicking. There we go. There we go. At Vendasta. Yes, here we are.
All right. And as we come together for this finale at Vendasta, we celebrate innovation, entrepreneurship, and the spirit of collaboration that drives our community forward. In this spirit, it's vital to recognize the wisdom, resilience, and contributions of all peoples, especially the First Nations and Métis, whose traditional knowledge and sustainability practices have defined this land for centuries.
So in the spirit of reconciliation and honoring the narratives that have shaped this land, we need to acknowledge the Indigenous peoples who are the original storytellers of these territories: the Cree, Dene, Saulteaux, Nakota, and the Métis Nation, and all the peoples who have made their home here on Treaty 6 territory in Saskatchewan. We draw inspiration from the 7 teachings: love, respect, courage, honesty, wisdom, humility, and truth. These teachings remind us of the importance of integrity and community in all our endeavors. By embracing these principles, we can ensure that our innovations are not only drive economic growth, but also contribute positively to society and the environment.
And at Startup TNT, we're committed to fostering an entrepreneurial ecosystem that values inclusivity, sustainability, and reconciliation. We recognize that supporting Indigenous entrepreneurs and integrating their insights is crucial to building a future where technology and traditional knowledge coexist harmoniously, driving both innovation and social good. This is why we've partnered with groups like SIIT, SIEDN, and many others to support the emerging Indigenous startup ecosystem and foster new ways of thinking about building a company.
Yeah, I've personally learned a lot over these past few years from my Indigenous brothers and sisters. Big thank you to Milton, Tia, and so many others who have taken the time to answer my questions and given me opportunity to learn from them. I encourage everyone here to consider the ways that you are taking tangible steps to integrate Indigenous ways of knowing into your story, and it's incredibly rewarding experience.
I know we look forward to continuing our story of reconciliation in the months and years ahead.
And so what is the story of Startup TNT? Well, here we are. This is the TNT effect over the past 4 years of doing investment summits.
And would you look at this? In the last 4 years, we've raised over $13.5 million for startups across Prairie, Canada.
Yeah.
Over 33 investment summits. We have 96 companies in our portfolio already. This might crack 100 after these summits.
Yes, I think it will.
And I love this one. We syndicate a lot of small checks. We syndicate some big checks. 412 individual investors have come in and invested in Prairie Canadian startups. We're unlocking that capital and that knowledge from across our communities around the prairies here.
Yeah. And we're putting it into all kinds of different companies. If you look at this logo wall we've got up here, you can see a lot of our past winners. We have both software, hardware companies. We have consumer-focused companies. We have companies working behind the scenes. So you can see some of our past winners there: environmental material science, Memory KPR, Luxonic, Omni, Store to Door, Fadoo from last fall, BetterCart that just won the Agri-Food Summit and also got investment from BDC Thrive Lab. Really incredible portfolio of companies. There's 24 here in Saskatchewan, and we could not be more proud tonight to have a few join this logo wall, and perhaps a few of them are also already on this logo wall. They're on the side deal side over here, and they're hoping to potentially move over to the winning deal side. And of course, this wouldn't be possible without a whole bunch of people, wouldn't it, Mike?
No, it wouldn't. Not at all. And first, we would love to thank our core funding partners, Innovations Saskatchewan and Prairie Scan, the provincial and federal governments. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing here in Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Really, really big shout out. Let's give a round of applause for Innovations Saskatchewan, Prairie Scan. I know they've given a ton of support to a lot of the folks here in the room. Also, Best Friends Forever API, Applied Pharmaceutical Innovations out of Edmonton for our Lifestyle Summit. Osler doing some great work in the legal side. And then we also have legal best friends, Faskin and McKercher, the best dressed lawyer. We're going to see him up stage in a minute. Our marketing, energetic friends that are always loud there in any room. Chess Club, big fans of them. MNP, helping out with accounting and fractional CFO. And then we've got a bunch of close friends and community supporters as well, Mike, don't we?
Yeah, and some of you will recognize some of these close friends, community supporters, people who are in the room tonight from BDC and Infinity Shred, Collabs, Cultivator, SIEDN, and all of those other groups that help support us and help unlock more capital for early stage startups. Yeah,
let's give a round of applause for all of these awesome sponsors and partners. We're going to get to see some of them here tonight. And of course, we would not be able to have this particular event in the location that we're having it if not for our venue sponsor, Vendasta. So I'd like to invite Brian Larson up to the stage to share a few words from Vendasta. Yeah, you can grab that one there. Yeah, come on up. Either we can send you one.
Check.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. First off, I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. It's always wonderful to see such a diverse group of individuals. We got entrepreneurial thinkers here. We have, everybody that's coming in on the investment side, and everyone that sort of fits in between there. You're very welcome. Vendasta is kind of one of those types of places that I hope starts to build a bit of a reputation for hosting these types of events, because we've always been a big believer in the power of an idea. And the types of companies that you're going to see pitching here tonight not only had the idea, but had the sort of perseverance and entrepreneurial spirit to actually see that through, become a something, and really push to get onto that winning side, as you're talking about there, Jesse. And who wouldn't want that?
Absolutely.
And so, very much everything that's here is absolutely welcome. We love to see that type of thing grow here. I know for myself, I've been with Vendasta now for just over the past decade. And I like to think that, we've become a bit of a staple tech company here in the prairies. But us too, we started with the power of an idea and the perseverance and the ability to adapt and change and move and grow and continually learn. And so, at any stage of company that it is, it never really stops. There's always that drive, that competitive spirit, and that ability to actually create positive change in the world and for your customer base. And so, I'm here to applaud every organization that's associated with Startup TNT. There's a long list of companies, 96 organizations, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And absolutely, a lot of love and energy to all of those to become a absolute huge success. Personally, I just love to see the tech ecosystem here in Saskatoon continue to grow and flourish. When I think back to when I first got in tech, I was actually surprised. I remember, there's a tech company in Saskatoon. I might apply for it, right?
People still say that.
Yeah, exactly, right? And yet here we are today, and we have this massive amount of companies that are driving towards success. So really appreciate this event. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to welcome everybody here. But it absolutely feel right at home. There's food, there's beverages, there's great networking to be had, and you got two of these handsome hosts here that are going to take good care of you. So thanks so much.
Thanks, Brian. Thank you, Vendasta. We're so thankful to be here. It's always a lot of fun having any event here. And if you want to learn more about Vendasta and the venue, I'm sure you could talk to Brian during the networking time after the show. So how does this all work? People keep asking me that question all the time. What are you doing tonight? Yeah. Is this like Dragon's Den? I don't know how this works.
What do you do for work?
part.
Yeah. I get that one a lot.
I had to
yeah.
explain TNT to my barber the other day.
Yeah.
It was very difficult.
Yeah.
But here's what happens. So before any of this starts, we have investors pre-commit $5,000 checks into the process. And that's before they've seen any of the companies.
Yeah.
That's before they know anything about the companies.
Blind bet. Just totally blind.
It's because of the reputation we've been able to build here in Saskatchewan and in the prairies about the caliber of companies that we're putting out there. Next, the investors work together and collaborate on due diligence over the course of about 8 weeks. So what you're seeing here is a big pitch event, but this is not a pitch competition, Jesse. What is it?
It's a deal screening process, yeah. And there's been like how many hours of work across you to add up all the people hours at work? It's like in the hundreds. Right? Yeah. Hundreds of hours of work put on by all of our investors to reach tonight. They've filtered through companies, starting with about 30 companies. They went 30, 20, 10, 5, and now here tonight we're going to select one that's going to get that pre-committed pot of capital. But of course, we also have side deals. So there's an opportunity to see even more investments announced live on stage here tonight. That's what you get to see. You get to see a live announcement of a winner. It's really exciting. It's a lot of fun. And this is happening across the prairies. There's 5 Saskatchewan companies, but there's another 5 in Edmonton. There's another 5 in Calgary and 5 out in Winnipeg, all pitching tonight. And then in Regina and Vancouver, there's some watch parties happening. So it's all making for one epic night across Western Canada. It's going to be so much fun.
Epic indeed, Jesse.
Absolutely. And what has been the most epic part of doing it here in Saskatchewan? Well, here are our impact numbers, and I'm really proud of these.
Yeah, I'm really proud of these local impact numbers as well. As somebody who's born and raised in Saskatchewan, wants to see our community thrive here. We've invested more than $3.2 million in just Saskatchewan startups over the last less than 3 years now.
And a lot of that money has actually come from outside the province. We actually get a lot of Alberta money and Manitoba money flowing to Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan is actually, of the 3 provinces, leading all 3 and bringing in outside province capital.
Yeah, give it up for that. That's how attractive these companies are. Punching way above our weight, as we like to say.
And of those companies in our portfolio, just in Saskatchewan, based on numbers from the beginning of this year, they're generating over $13 million in annual revenue, and they've created about 186 jobs here in our province.
Yeah, and we've wrangled a lot of investors to get there. 175 angel investors have raised that $3.2 million, and over 500 checks. Individual checks. And then there's that last step, which we haven't gotten to there. And we're really proud of that one because it way beats the industry standards, doesn't it?
Yeah, Jesse, you're a stats guy. What's the industry standard?
Like 2? I think it's like 2% of venture capital goes to female-founded companies, while 42% of our capital has gone to women-founded companies. And we're excited to have some more women pitching on stage here tonight and hopefully getting some more investment from us. So, yeah. Giving it up for that. And so who is actually pitching here tonight? Who are these 5 companies?
Yeah, so we've got representation across the whole province here tonight. We've got iOrders here from Regina. KGO is here in Saskatoon. Prairie Clean Energy made the drive up from Regina as well. Rivercity Innovations based in Saskatoon. And SupraCut all the way down from Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Selling across the world now.
Yeah. So, and I'd like to say, too, that we've got software companies, we've got clean tech, we've got IoT, hardware, we've got companies more focused on the consumers or B2B, all kinds of different mixes in there with these companies, and our investors are excited to see all 5 of them pitch tonight and select at least one as the winner and more to get some investments tonight. So let's give it up for all 5 of our pitchers tonight. They put a lot of work in. They went through hundreds of hours of due diligence, as we mentioned, all to get them here to tonight. So a couple last quick housekeeping items. What's the agenda for tonight? How's it going to run?
All right, so it's pretty simple. We got 5 pitches here tonight. For the founders, we've got 4 minutes to pitch and 2 minutes in Q&A. We're not going to stop you if you go over time, but we're going to cut into your Q&A. So founders, I highly suggest you keep to the 4 minutes. For everybody else, cheer on the presenters and have a good time.
Yeah, and we say it takes a community to raise a startup, and it very much does. So we'd love if all of you could maybe provide some feedback. We've got Pitch Score here. We're trying out something new tonight. They're out of Waterloo region. If it's not working on this screen because it's cut off or whatever, you can try it on one of the side screens as well, and it'll be in the middle during like in between each pitch. You just click on there, use the sliders. They have different areas that you can rank them on. This helps them improve their pitch for the future. All of these companies, I'm sure, will have to keep pitching. There's a variety of reasons why they have to pitch, maybe for the next round of investment, maybe for a new client, maybe for a strategic partnership. And maybe you can help them with one of those three things I just mentioned. So there's a comment section at the bottom of those different sliders there. We encourage you to fill that out with what your role is in the community and if there's a way that you can help or support the company. All of that information is given back to the founders so they can improve for the future. And that's how we build an ecosystem, and that's how we continue to punch above our weight here in Saskatchewan by supporting one another. And that's why I love this community. So please use that pitch score QR code tonight to help our companies improve. And of course, after it's all over, there's still more fun.
All right, yeah, so Jesse said we've got after parties across Western Canada tonight. Most importantly, we're going to be at Congress Beer House here in Saskatoon. For some of you watching online, you might already be at Blanco Cantina at the watch party. And if you're watching online from home in Regina, head over after and have a few drinks.
Yeah, and we could not put on these events and continue to have open bars if not for the generous donations from folks in the community. We do have a lot of sponsors that were able to contribute so we could have some drinks to give out to you tonight here and have the food downstairs. But when we continue the party at Congress, we'd love if you could donate. I'm going to get it started. I'm going to put $100 into the beer tab for the after party.
Well, I can't let you get all the credit. I'm going to put $100 into the
There
beer
you go.
tab as well.
If you'd like a shout out, please donate to cheers@startuptnt.com. We're going to do some shout outs later in the show. Would love to throw your name out there as one of our contributors for the after party. Yeah, that's it. Let's get it started. And our first co-host, we're going to have co-hosts introduce each of our pitchers tonight and then have our investors do the Q&A. And our first co-host is the most well-dressed lawyer in the province. We all know him very well. Give it up for Joe Gill from McKercher. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great. I've spent so much time with you guys over the last little while. You know, Mike talks about all the things he's learned since going in here. He didn't realize one of the ancillary benefits of Summit Week is just when he's, done his work for the day and he's really tired and he's about to go to bed, he gets a text message from me that goes, "You up?"
I think that speaks to the work that you do in this community, Joe, and just how impactful it is. I'm sure we all know, but Joe is an incredible lawyer, and he's doing more than just being a great lawyer. He's a great counsel, he's a great advisor, and he really helps move all this stuff around here in this community and make things happen at McKercher. So I just want to give a big round of applause to Joe, because honestly, these deals that we're doing would not be possible without him.
No, and thank you for that, Jesse. And I think a lot of the community know me. Been around for a while, working with various startups, and I think people get up here, they talk about their company, they talk about the services and other things we offer, and it's weeks leading up to things like the summit that I think the real difference that I go back to and I chat with our team members about is we're available and we care. I spent this week having lots of calls with founders, lots of calls with TNT investors, pulling together deals, making sure we're getting something that works for all parties at the end of the day. And I can talk about legal documents, and I can tell you all sorts of fun terms like we used today. We learned what pari passu means.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys later. It's boring. But
at least you know what it means.
At least you know what it means. Absolutely. But it comes down to we're here to help, and we're here to build connections. And we're here to build those from the beginning. It's easy to care when you're a giant company. For advisors to do that, it's harder when somebody's just starting out. And we want to be there from the beginning. We want to help you build a solid legal foundation for success. We want to be around. We want to be available. And we love working with founders. And so it's with that, I will get the great pleasure
of
introducing our first finalists up here, Rakesh and Dinesh with iOrders.
Thanks, Joe. Good evening, everybody. My name is Rakesh Pillai. I'm the co-founder for iOrders. Me and my co-founder, we have been working with the restaurant industry. We used to help restaurants with their websites, POS installations. And we noticed a problem. The problem for restaurants was handling on-demand deliveries. So what we did is we started an on-demand delivery solution for restaurants, and we scaled to about 12 restaurants. But then we noticed an opportunity over there. The opportunity was none of these restaurants, websites, or social media pages are generating any revenue. So what we did is we launched iOrders. We're not a marketplace. What we do is we provide white label technology solutions for the restaurant industry integrated with a delivery solution so that restaurants can generate more revenue from their own platform, whether it's their websites or social media pages. We empower them with our technology solutions. And we started adding more restaurants. We finalized on two principles. Number one, how we can increase the revenue of our restaurants. And the second is how we can have the better customer engagement. And we launched multiple white label products. This restaurant, they have been our customers since 2022. In 2023, they processed over $125,000 from their website alone just by using iOrders. That's the impact we create for the local restaurants. Our target customers are independent restaurants and small to medium franchisees. We are currently operating in 2 cities. We just launched in Saskatoon about 3 months back. We have 73 paying customers. We are growing 10% month on month. We have a team of 7 plus 2 advisors. In 2023, we processed $1.7 million in transactions for the restaurants. And in the last 2.5 years, our overall churn rate is less than 1%. Our revenue model is a combination of subscription fees and fixed per order fees and a value-add service fee. There's a huge demand for this there's a huge potential for this model. Canada alone has about 100,000 restaurants. If between Regina and Saskatoon, we are able to generate $200,000 in annual revenue, you can imagine the market potential. We are now working on an ambitious target to onboard 500 restaurants, scale across Canada, and raising our pre-seed round. We have been bootstrapped for the last 2.5 years, and now raising our pre-seed round of 500,000. We already have raised 200,000 out of this and is currently working towards the remaining portion. With 500 restaurants by end of December 2025, we are projecting our MRR to touch 150,000 per month. We are well positioned for this growth. The founders have combined experience of over 30 years in running business and technology operations. We are also advised by leading names in the startup ecosystem. Alison Macmillan, who's the CFO of 7 Chefs, and Jesse Rogers, who's a startup mentor, are on our advisory board. We are supported by IRAP, Cultivator, and Collabs. We want to give control back to our local restaurants. If you are a restaurant owner and want to know how you can increase your revenue through your websites and social media pages, please contact me. Thank you, everybody.
All right. And we got Bode coming up to do the Q&A. Let's give it up for one of our investors.
Mr. Rakesh.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on, buddy?
Good.
So this guy here is trying to change the game for restaurants in Saskatchewan and across North America.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So my name is Bode Agago. Drove out of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Took me an hour and 30 minutes to get here, but I made it. Have a background in engineering, but I've worked in clean tech for the last 8 years. Second-time investor with TNT, and I've learned so much throughout this experience. Mr. Rakesh, got some questions for you here. Hardball questions, for sure. We'll see how you react to that, okay? So how is iOrders different from other marketplaces like Skip the Dishes and DoorDash?
Yeah. So we are not a marketplace. What we do is we provide these white label products and solutions for the local restaurants, right? We empower the restaurants by giving them the technology and solutions so that they can compete with the marketplaces. They can win the customers what they have lost with marketplaces, have a direct relationship with the customers. That's what we do.
Awesome. Well said, buddy. Do I have time for one more? Yeah. All right. What do you sell to franchises?
So Franchisee solution is something we launched beginning of this year. What we do is that the small to medium franchises with less than 100 locations, right? They do not have the capital to spend on technology. Like, if for example, if you see a Tim Hortons app, right? A local franchisee with small 5, 10, 20, 30 locations cannot invest that much money. So we give our technology in a white labeled way, the mobile ordering app with customer engagement analytics for these, so that they can give these white label products to their end customers and give the same experience what they get from bigger brands.
All right.
Thank you, Bodhi. Thank you.
All right, give it up for Bode and iOrders. That was great. Way to kick us off. I got the pitch score QR code there on screen now. Now's a good time to pull out your phone, scan that QR code. It's also on the TVs around the corner if you want to do that, and get involved, give some feedback on our first pitch of the evening. So I'll just give a quick second for folks to do that. Work. Perfect. Thank you all for doing that. All right. Mike, up next. We got another one. Yeah.
Hey, Jesse.
Great to see you on
How's it
stage
going?
again, Kevin.
Thanks for having me
And
again.
your former colleague Mike
That's
here.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, we've had to
Unfortunately,
poach him.
lost that to
Yeah.
TNT.
You're
That's
somehow
wearing
still-
a T-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like wearing the outfit.
I
Like
know.
this
I'm
is
trying. I'm trying to fit in,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
still haven't gotten the official T-shirt.
Oh,
yet. What's up
well,
with that?
I guess we need to fix that one, don't we?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I guess I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Birthday's actually next month, so you can do it sooner.
Oh, okay. There we go. Right. As you can tell, we're good friends with with Innovation Saskatchewan. Just quick poll of the room: who here has gotten some form of funding or support from Innovation Saskatchewan here in the room?
All right.
Let's give it up for that. But for those who don't know or are watching online, tell us a bit more about why you're here, why you're supporting this program, and what you're doing for the
Yeah,
innovation
sounds good.
ecosystem.
Thank you. So, yeah, again, for those of you who might not know, Innovation Saskatchewan is the provincial government's agency that's responsible for fostering innovation. So what that means is that we offer programs. For the investors in the room, you likely know about the Saskatchewan Technology Startup Incentive.
Woo! We love
which
that.
is-
45 back.
That's right. That's right. And for those who don't know, who are investing in companies, you should definitely sign up for it.
Yes.
We also manage the 2 research and technology parks in Saskatoon and Regina, providing office space, lab space, greenhouse, growth chambers for all kinds of innovative firms that are growing in the province. And then most importantly, we help grow the ecosystem here, and that includes supporting groups like, of course, Startup TNT. So you guys are a super important part of building that angel network here as part of the investment ecosystem. So.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for your support and for your support of all these awesome companies and for the great programs like Saskatchewan Advantage Innovation Fund, the AgTech Growth Fund. We know a lot of our companies, both that we've invested in or have come through our program, have been able to take advantage of that.
For sure.
Yeah, it's super valuable for the province, and we are standing on the shoulder of the giants like Innovation Saskatchewan. We've done a lot of work.
I think it's the other way around.
I don't
but-
know. You guys done a lot of work, right? So anyway, we could spend all day giving each other kudos, but who's up next
That's right.
on our pitch schedule?
Yeah, we'll keep this thing going. Next up is Jeff Simpson from Kago. Give it up, Jeff.
Well, actually, I think it's both. I think Megan Matthews is doing it as well.
Oh, that's
So,
right.
There you
Sorry.
go. Surprise, we got both co-founders.
As we do interpretive dance.
At you? You guys can hear me okay? Okay. So, Megan and I are very excited to be up here together for the very first time for all of you. And I want everybody to look around. Look to your left, look to your right, just look around. Yeah. So many of you have kids. Some of you are going to have kids eventually. Now, what happens when those kids get older? They go to activities, right? and things get busy, things get hectic. So, with that, life becomes complicated. That's what I'm getting at here. So what we do, we transport kids 5 to 17 years of age. And we do rides for families, we do rides for schools and school boards. And right out of the gate, we did rides for different entities, social services, different parts of the government. And we did that without any advertising. They came to us, so kind of cool. We do this with a technology-based solution, and that's works for the organizations, the guardians, and the drivers. So if a guardian actually enters the child's information on the app, they can actually book a ride within seconds. And that's a single ride or a carpool ride. Now, we all know this market's big, right? We've seen Uber's numbers. This is not as big, but it's really large. So for example, on the far right there, schools are spending roughly $140 million a year on cabs moving kids around. Now, the issue with that is security and safety. You don't know who the driver is. They're not monitored. The exact opposite of KGO. All our rides are monitored. All our drivers are watched real close, hands-on. We know exactly where they are and what they're doing at all times. Now, options for parents are limited. We know that. The Uber situation is not ideal. I just spoke about the risky unknowns and the spotty hyperlocal solutions in North America.
So we actually think one of our main differentiators is our KGO driver community. Now, when we set to build KGO, we built it for the ground up for kids. But we attracted drivers to our business that we dreamed about. We've got the grandma and grandpa squads. We've got the pros, the bus drivers who are looking for different things to do. We've got go-getters. We've got parents partnering up to drive their kids around and other people's kids around. But the amazing thing is that our drivers are making $30 to $55 an hour. The average Uber driver in Canada makes 20 bucks. That's it. So our go-to-market is to concentrate on B2B first because we get to scale really fast and become the obvious choice for parents just through word of mouth. And then there's us. So we're River Heights kids, actually. We met 30 years ago, around the corner from each other. We met 15 years ago, around the corner from each other. And Jeff has since had a business career that spanned 30 years. Yes, I'm going to say 30 years. And he is really the vision guy, he's the business development guy, and the people guy. My career has spanned tech for, I'm going to say almost as long, even though we're the same age. But I'm actually focused on global go-to-market for tech companies, on marketing, and on communications. So we've had the experience to do this before. Now, we're so proud of the progress we've had. Quarter over quarter, Q4 to Q1, we had 550% growth in our gross bookings, which 0 to nothing, like, it's hard to stand up a business. Everybody knows that, right? But going into this next year, we have captured recurring revenue contracts. We've got a really solid pipeline, and we have market expansion plans that we're really happy about. We think that is the right recipe for growth. So we are here today for funding. Now, we have raised $615,000 to date, but to go to scale, to enter Regina, and the big numbers in Edmonton and Calgary, we're looking for more. But we think this actually sets us up to grow our revenue 7-fold in 2025. So in the end, we started this business really just to get our own kids, our own families from place to place. But we learned that getting kids to show up is what's important. So now I say, I'm just a mom, and he's just a dad, standing in front of all of you, asking you to love us. Thank you.
Awesome. We'll bring up Sherry from the investor team to do Q&A.
Thank you. Oh, Chess Club did show up. Thank you so much, Jeff and Megan. That was amazing. I am super excited about KGO because KGO actually transports my son, so I have a special place in my heart for you. But I am wondering, now that you're up and running for just maybe 6 months now, what kind of feedback are you getting from the clients that you're transporting?
Well, that's one thing we can't put on decks is the stories. Oh, sorry. Is the stories. We can't put that on the pitch decks. Our drivers are exceptionally happy. They thank us all the time for the hard work, which is sort of backwards. And we do have a lot of emails from schools saying, I can't believe the patience your drivers have. with these kids. Thank you so much. They'd go above and beyond. Emails like that all the time. So the stories are wonderful. The brand and the work ethic of these drivers, like Megan said, what we expected is just off the charts. It's better than what we thought.
That's amazing. I echo those. But so what would you say right now is your biggest challenge?
You know, I think the biggest challenge is actually continuing to grow the driver community. I mean, that is the difference for us. And I think everyone has an inherent bias about, you think someone's going to drive my kids. Who are these people? I was talking to somebody about this earlier, that lack of relational trust, it doesn't exist. So we have designed this business to make it easy for kids to feel comfortable, easy for parents to feel comfortable, and that is about the right driver. So we are thrilled that we actually did the right things to get the right people. And I think it has a benefit in the community as well. And we didn't talk about that too much, but helping kids to show up to activities, whether it be hockey or whether it be dance, those businesses are generating more income because kids show up. So we really think kind of across the board, but it's about the drivers.
Awesome. Do we have time for one more or no? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. You guys are doing great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
That was awesome. Once again, use that PitchCore QR code or just go back to that on your phone to give some feedback to KGO. All right, and from one government organization to another, coming up next, let's bring up Doug Zielinski from Prairie's Can. Woo! While Doug's coming up, I'll do another quick poll. So who in here either works for an organization or runs an organization that has received funding from Prairie's Can for operation? All right, a lot of hands in the room. Prairie's Can is doing some great work. Doug, you've been a part of these for a while. Why are you supporting this work we do here at Startup TNT?
Well, the real reason is because you, Jesse, and Mike are my second and third favorite people.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll take it. I don't know who's first, but we probably don't want to know.
Well, my mom was first.
Okay, there you go. All right, I'll take it.
It's nice to see the hands up. Terrific. Hopefully one day there'll be more hands up.
Yes, there will.
That's what we're working towards. So a bit about Prairie's Economic Development Canada. Just if you don't know, we are a federal government funding agency. We are here. One of our purposes, of course, is to help you realize your dreams, grow your companies. And we, like Startup TNT, which we are a proud supporter of, is we want to create an environment that's going to help you succeed. And to that extent, so far in the last 5 years, we've invested over $70 million.
Whoa! Big number.
50 tech, that represents 50 tech companies.
Yeah.
And we've dumped we've invested about $250 million in the ecosystem, the innovation ecosystem, to help support businesses across Saskatchewan. I'm pleased that, first of all, I want to thank Vendasta. Thank you for hosting. Vendasta was one of the early investments, along with companies like Solido, Coconut, 7 Shifts, Solus Guard. Yeah.
All right.
And others. So just really happy to be here, and I'm really happy here tonight to see really 5 really great companies up on stage, and I get to talk about Prairie Clean Energy.
All right, coming up next.
Is that
what do you want to add? You can add some more comments too. Sorry, I cut you off.
About Prairie's Can? No, I think I've
about Prairie Clean.
Prairie Clean. Yeah, thanks. I do want to say I'm very familiar with Prairie Clean Energy, a terrific company. Of course, it was launched in 2020. And a big excitement piece about this that we're excited about is the fact that it's offering an environmentally sustainable solution to agricultural waste. Really super duper important. We actually have supplied some funding already to Prairie Clean Energy.
You heard it here first.
I won't go any further than that, and I wish them the best of luck. Terrific company, and please welcome them.
All right, welcome to the stage. Clickers.
Right there. All right. Excellent. All right. Hello. My name is Brita Lind, and I am one of the owners of Prairie Clean Energy. Top 5, what a great night. Come on, give it up for all those great pitches. It's amazing. Started in 2020, Prairie Clean Energy unlocks high value from prairie agricultural waste for our shareholders. Here's some of the problems that we solve. There are 1.1 million tons of flax straw that are burnt every year on the Canadian and US prairies. It's too fibrous to till under. It's a huge problem for farmers. There's more. There's 60 million tons of unutilized agricultural waste on the North American prairies. Doesn't stop there. The world needs a new, secure, sustainable supply of biomaterials and fiber for the multi-trillion-dollar bioeconomy to decarbonize and lower greenhouse gas emissions. And that's what Prairie Clean Energy does. We turn agricultural waste into biomass fuel and other high-value products for our shareholders. We have multiple pathways to profitability. We have multiple markets that we're already selling into, and we have multiple revenue streams. And we have a big announcement for tonight. And you are going to be the first ones to hear it publicly, so this is pretty cool. We've been working on this for 9 months. We are announcing that we are going to be applying for a 3rd patent. This is an advancement that's happening for our shareholders, for our farmers, for Saskatchewan, and it's so exciting. We have created a 3rd product from flax straw waste. This is where you clap. It is super, super, super exciting. So our products, these are current products. So here's flax straw. We're already selling it into multiple markets. Number 2, these are our flax straw pellets. Again, we're already selling this into the bioeconomy, into multi markets. So exciting. And here is the 3rd product that we have created from flax straw. This is flax straw fiber. This is super, thank you. This is super, I'm dorking out right now. This is super, super cool. So what we figured out how to do is take the cord from the inside of the flax straw and separate it from the rest of the material. It is called decortication, which is a fancy term for a new lucrative product for Prairie Clean Energy and our shareholders. Woo! This is so exciting, and I'm going to tell you why it's so exciting. So not only are we going to be stopping the burning of that 1.1 million tons of flax straw, which is equivalent to removing 25,000 vehicles off the roadways, but this opens up new markets. So this is an established market, the fiber market, hundreds of years old, $100 billion market, growing 13% year over year, $250 billion by 2030. Super exciting. Doesn't end there. So the bioeconomy, which we are already selling in with our first 2 products, but here's what I want you to focus on. This is what it opens up for us. Our 3rd product opens up the biomaterials market, $178 billion market. So this is like automakers like BMW. They're looking for biomaterials. Our competition in that space is plastic. Who do you think is going to win? Anyway, so also cement, huge industries. Biomaterials opens up so many more pathways for profitability. So in summary, we have over $400,000 in revenue. We are projected to be a $22 million company in revenue in 2025. You're right, 16 million of that is net profit projection. Super cool. We are looking at a valuation of $500 million by 2030. Isn't that super exciting? We are on a collision course with success. Invest in Prairie Clean Energy. Join us. It is so much fun. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Brita. Let's bring up Aaron from the investor team to do Q&A.
All right. Fire away.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I know it's super cool. All right.
I hope that's not going to be redundant, but you spoke about the sort of diversity of your product offerings, and once you get rolling, what you're going to be able to bring to the market. It seems like that's going to be a huge key to your success. So can you tell me how that's going to relate or fit in with all of your milestones in terms of production and all those things you want to achieve?
Okay, it's really cool because why this new, we've created the most efficient way on the planet to decorticate this fox fiber from the rest of the plant. And that's what's cool, because normally it takes about 7 or 8 machines to do what we figured out in 2. And that's where the patent's coming from. And so this market is really, really amazing. To be able to sell into the fiber market is almost $4,000 a ton when we're doing this process. So that opens up more markets, more profitability and revenue streams for our investors. Yeah, it is. It's amazing. We're like dorking out like crazy on this. Anyway.
Okay, my second question has been brought up in our DD meetings, our due diligence meetings, but for the benefit of everyone here who's not in those meetings, I'm just wondering how you'll be able to keep the cost of your raw materials affordable considering the supply chain logistics of obtaining and then transporting all the flax raw materials.
Okay, well, we have Dr. Mahmoud Abadian, who's on our team, and he's a supply chain expert and a bioenergy expert. So he's already been running all the numbers, and so whenever we have a draw facility, we're looking the draw of the yields from around that facility. So we're drawing within 100 kilometers from our facilities, and that's how we can manage the logistics and the costing and all those pieces, as well as keeping like an eye on greenhouse gas emissions. So, and we're also developing a track and trace program. This is a digital platform, so we can track where every bale has come from, so we can actually look at all those pieces, as well as look at, being carbon, we want to be carbon negative.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Great answers. And once again, congratulations on that announcement.
Thank you. Great questions. Thank you so much.
All right, great job, Aaron, Britta, that was awesome. I should also mention, rarely is there an opportunity for just about anybody to invest in these companies. Usually we have to be a special investor with TNT, but this last one actually is up on FrontFunder, which is a crowdfunding platform. And I think, what's the smallest investment that they can do on FrontFunder? $500. Look at that. For just $500, you could be an investor in Prairie Clean if you are interested. This is not an investment advice. You have to make your own decision as we're making decisions. So take a look at that on FrontFunder's website if you're interested. They're also TFSA eligible, is what I've been told. So there you go. All right, let's keep it going. Mike, who's next?
All right, up next for us is Andrew Kudell from Infinity Shred.
A man who's already donated to 2 bar tabs, both the Saskatchewan one and the Winnipeg one.
All right.
There you go. Oh, yeah. All right. Andrew, you've been a great friend to us over the last few years. How have you been enjoying being a part of the Startup TNT community?
It's awesome. We're really passionate about the startup community, the tech community, and Saskatchewan's our home. So we're here to support the ecosystem as much as we can.
You asked next. I'm getting you involved.
Yeah, for sure. So happy to introduce Jeff Shirley from Rivercity Innovations. Love this company. I think he's doing some great things that are going to solve a lot of issues. And yeah, please give it up for Jeff. Thank you.
All right, good evening. Is that mic on? Good. Everybody here at the Startup TNT Group, thanks for inviting us out. I'm Jeff Shirley, founder and CEO of Rivercity Innovations. We're an IoT platform company headquartered here in Saskatoon. We create technologies that eliminate food waste and reduce your carbon footprint. That is where our focus is. Did you know over $50 billion a year is spent in North America on temperature-related failures in the cold chain? Shameful, wasteful, and if you've seen prices at the grocery store like I have the last few months, awfully expensive. Why does this happen? Next time you're at the grocery store or walk around, you're going to see gauges every 8 to 10 feet. People walk around 3 times a day by CFA rules, have to write those temperatures down, and they put them on a piece of paper. And if you actually check the logs, there's check marks, there's blanks, there's we forgot to do it. And in Calgary, that results in daycares with E. coli and kids in the hospital last year. That was a temperature-related failure in the cold chain. So what do? We minimize that food waste. We save grocers big money in this process by automating the process, and we reduce the food safety risks associated with that. We do this using a sensor that we've made right here in Saskatchewan. So that's our hardware. We have a software dashboard as well. My team's here in the room. They've built this software, all proprietary to us, including the circuit boards, the firmware, the whole stack, the whole solution. We have 70% margin on the hardware with a COGS of $24 a unit. And on our SaaS revenue, we start at $500 a year. Our typical client range is anywhere from 4.5K to up to about 11,000. Fun fact, 0% churn since we launched this solution. The team that makes it happen here in the room tonight, actually at the back, shout out to Riley and Sue, our COO and CTO. Woo! Both smarter than me. Riley and I are actually heading off to Kineas, a partner of ours, in July, so I'm going to teach him how to speak French next. He's built all of our sensors, and Sue makes sure they all work and puts the quality assurance processes in place. Keeps him in line too, and me. So the world is taking notice. BetaKit, if you're a subscriber, we've been in that a couple of times. Very recently, we announced our success with Healthy Planet, Skip Express Lane, and who else do we have in that one? Yeah, those are the two. So, been busy. Just got back from Toronto. We're just getting warmed up. Okay, where we're at on the revenues, and this slide's different from the last time I pitched at Top 20. I'll point out a new logo for you down here. I was just in Toronto last week. We closed another 46 grocery stores. When it's all done and deployed, it'll be about 71 of them. Rabifine Foods is another major chain in Ontario. They're the big client, so that's the news announcement for tonight. Check arrived yesterday and signed off, so I get to go travel and do more installs. Other keynote clients on this, Skip Express Lane, Walmart Now, 7 Shifts is the restaurant side. We're an integrated partner of theirs. We're on their website. And pleased to share on June 17th, 4 days from tonight, Kineas launches their first 5 nano IoT satellites. That's the space tech. We will give you cold chain monitoring anywhere in the planet. We're now at over 55 TXH sensors. I'll point out this chart was updated May 24 here to May 31st. I want to point out that our revenue year over year is up approximately 400%. We're now at $211,000 in SaaS revenue in the last 6 months. So we're pushing towards $1 million a year in revenue by the end of the year in cold chain alone, and we won't talk about what's coming on the unmodeled side with our IoT solutions. There is competition. However, notable to us, we are ESG compliant. We have a 10-year battery life, and we don't use Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or cellular. We use LoRa, a true IoT platform. Momentum's in our favor. We've got a $3.8 billion bottoms-up TAM we're pursuing. And we intend to get to $3.5 million in revenue in 2024 with Garda-Cart and Kineas, and then $5 million by 2025. We're on track for $1 million just in cold chain, as I mentioned, this year alone. So with this, there's an exceptional investment opportunity. We're raising up to $1.5 million equity. This is 18 months runway to Series A. We actually have a potential lead right now for that, so we're accepting follow-on to this round. And we plan to scale up our sales team, 2 reps in the States, 2 in Canada, 1 in Spain, and launch our Garda-Cart shopping cart tracker and Kineas. So both IoT platforms with their own sales distribution networks on clients we already have aligned. So that's my presentation. Thank you very much. And a shout out to Startup TNT. Some of our solutions you saw tonight were actually funded by Prairie, IRAP, and other organizations in the room. And I'm pleased to see BDC here as well, who I'm deeply indebted to. So thank you.
Who's next? All right. And up next, my father Doyle is coming on stage to do the Q&A.
I seem to get that once in a while. Yeah. I know where you are, Larry. There's a number of you have been associated with founders who at early stages are really jack of all trades. They take their business very seriously and they are very hands-on. And I just curious, Jeff, we've had 3 or 4 DD meetings, Zoom calls, and I detect you were never in your office at the time. Just curious what the last 3 or 4 weeks have been in your pursuit of goals that you're setting.
Yes, so we were actually in Spain meeting with Aldi, large chain. We're waiting to close that one off. It's moving along nicely. We added Vegalsa, another Spanish chain there. Then I was back in Toronto with one of our sales reps. We added 46 stores there. From there, we're also working on another deal in Manitoba right now. And bottom line is there's never seems to be a time zone I settled into. It's on the road doing business. I call it founder-led sales, and I continue to enjoy meeting our clients and being on the road with them.
Okay, and so as your goalposts, I think, kind of keep moving from what I've seen 6 months ago, and more recently, even one of your slides is an updated slide from some market sizing, I think, from your pitch 29 and so on. But wondering what kind of main targets are you setting for the rest of 24?
Well, right now we're on track. We're going to hit $1 million in revenue in cold chain. We've already pushed over the 500K range. With the orders we closed in the last 10 days, we're adding another 160,000 in ARR to the company. So that's going to hit the bottom line. And at the end of the year, I hope to see our satellite IoT solution with Kineas in France up and running, commercialize TRL9, and add to that the shopping cart tracking. We've already got Sobeys, Loblaws, and Pattison Group all inbound requests for the shopping cart trackers. Who in Saskatchewan has seen shopping carts in snowdrifts, apartments, bus stops? They're like, so they actually fine you $500 for those now, and they're considered a hazard. If you look what's in them, you'll see why. But yeah, so we're going to solve that problem.
So we got a guy that's not collecting any dust. Thanks, guys, Jeff, and let's hear it for him.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome work. Great work, Jeff. Great work, Doyle. Thank you so much for that pitch. Wow, we're almost done. We just got one more pitch left. Make sure you're using that pitch score QR code there, getting that feedback for our companies. They put a lot of work into these pitches. We really appreciate you all being quiet and listening here tonight. I think this is the best crowd we've ever had in terms of everyone paying attention.
Quietest crowd.
Yeah, so kudos to all of you. Thank you very much. And we've got our next pitcher already coming up here. And while he does, let's get our next co-host, Tia Peters, up here. All right.
Hello?
I actually don't think we've met before, so look at this. We're meeting.
You just don't remember
Oh,
me.
maybe I don't. I travel as well too much. That's my problem.
I'm an accountant. We're very forgettable.
Okay.
But I will do my best.
Well,
to
make it
a
memorable. Why is MNP supporting Startup TNT's work here tonight? You're a big supporter of ours across the prairies.
I'm with MNP. We are a full-service accounting firm, and one of the reasons I actually got into accounting was because I loved working with entrepreneurs, seeing their growth, enjoying their successes. Their successes I felt were greedy, my successes too.
It does feel that way.
And so that's a big part of what MNP does is just, again, we're people that want to help our clients succeed. And so that's, like I said, everything that you might need. So shred, accounting, tax, fractional CFO.
Fractional
we got
CFO.
it for you. Yeah, mhm.
Some of these companies we looked at might need those services. I highly recommend you talk to Tia Peters.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and who do we have coming up next?
I think they kind of gave it away here.
Well, the next founder, when life gave him lemons, he gave us SupraCut. So welcome, Kevin from SupraCut.
There you go. Give it up.
Right. Thanks, everyone. You know what? Congratulations to all the presenters before me. There's some really amazing stories out there, and definitely going to be a tough crowd to beat them. So congratulations to everybody. Thanks, Jesse, for the platform. I'm Kevin Sakash. I'm the CEO and co-inventor of SupraCut. Very excited to have the opportunity to present to you. We're actually in the business of providing a better food and beverage experience. This is our initial model. This is our citrus cutting solution. We actually figured out how to put the little cut in the middle of a fruit wedge. We've all gone into a restaurant and had a very terrible fruit wedge. We end up throwing it on the ground, put it on the table, or not even use it. So Jesse's going to show you how easy it is to use. You literally just put the fruit in the machine. The machine's going to do all the work. Good job, Vanna White. He didn't close the door hard enough. That's okay. He's just going to hit the reset button. This is actually designed on purpose, actually, so that's a safety feature. So there we go. Give it a good. Now inside right now, there's a blade actually cutting inside and when it comes out, the cut's actually going to be in the middle of the fruit wedge. That's how easy it is to use. We actually have over $2.5 million worth of inventory in stock. These are assembled. These are in our warehouse. We're ready to ship. We have a gross profit of over $1,400 a unit. One thing I want you to remember with our business model is SupraCut's like Gillette razor blades. You're buying the base machine one time, and then you're investing in the blades as you go along. There's actually 2 different sets of blades in there. So as our customers invest in the machine one time, they continually come back to us and buy the blades again. So there's a huge opportunity. Year to date, this year alone, we've done over 190,000. We had our 2 best months back to back. On the drive up this morning, we actually closed 3 different accounts. Craft Beer Market launched 9 locations. They just put the order in today. An NFL stadium and a hockey stadium for multiple machines as well. We've raised over $4 million to do this project. Manufacturing is not an inexpensive project. There's millions of dollars in engineering, and we've done over 325,000 to date. We're on target to do over $1 million this year. The great news is we have 3 patents on this machine. The patents are issued, we have them, and it's going to allow us to grow into other models. This is our starting model. You can see that we can add feeding mechanisms, we can add robotic arms, we can build a bigger, more robust model to do French fries and other vegetables. We also have the ability to take our patents and turn it into a home model. So now you can have a SupraCut at home that's more compact, more affordable. So our goal is to make the switch for every restaurant, bar, stadium, arena across North America. Many different benefits of using the SupraCut. We always focus on safety, quality, and efficiency. Several stadiums, arenas, and restaurants around the country are using it. We ship right across North America. We literally just ship to the Bahamas as well. These are a few of our major clients, and a lot of these have multiple locations. Here are some of our customers in Canada. Again, these are just samples. Every machine has an ROI. We supply them with a data spreadsheet that allows them to put in how much fruit they're going through, the labor savings, and it calculates what they're going to save in waste and in labor. Does not include the injury prevention of people using knives and cutting themselves. We created some very unique opportunities in the industry. We have a purchase and a rental program. Up in the top here, you can see that they can start with a 90-day trial. They can then decide if they want to purchase or rent. Many of our clients are just jumping into the purchase program or rental program. So for example, Buffalo Bills Stadium, they only need the machine for 6 months. They only play football, that's all they do. So they rent the machine for 6 months and then they send it back to us and we ship it out to another client. Purchase options, this is what's really exciting. We actually developed a program that allows the owner of the bar or the business to pick their solution. What's best for your budget? Add on extra warranty. So it's just like buying your car. You start with a small package, you might want to buy extra kilometers and extra like that. So this has been really exciting for us. So our opportunity right now is we're raising up to $1.3 million. Minimum investment is $50,000. All of this money is actually going direct to sales and to redesign a new blade as well. We have a new blade that's coming out that's going to do circles and wheels. That's going to be a huge impact for us on our sales as we have clients waiting for it already. Again, the money is going direct. There is no money in the design and engineering of this model. The inventory is ready to ship. Any new capital that's coming in is used to grow the business. Definitely would like you to check out some of our videos online. It's a really exciting business that we're in. We're shipping right across North America right now. We're starting to focus on very large stadiums, arenas, and restaurant chains. If you definitely want to come up and take a look at the machine after, I'd be happy to show you the engineering inside. So, perfect. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Now we'll bring up Colton. He came here just from another event, and he made it on time to do the Q&A.
Just in time.
Thank you, thank you. I can't even begin to ask a question until I have a courtesy sliced lime on my drink right now. Okay, we're okay now. Okay.
Perfect. Cheers. Good to see you. Cheers. Sounds good.
Oh, what is the fastest growing market for you?
Right now, our major focus is on 3 different categories: stadiums and arenas. That's our fastest growing. So we have machines right now where the Toronto Raptors play at Scotiabank Arena. We're in about 40 different professional stadiums and arenas. We work with multiple casinos already: MGM, Caesars, all the big name players, Penn Entertainment. We have them in Winnipeg. We have in Vancouver as well. And the biggest market that we're going after right now is multi-unit restaurants. So think of your craft brew houses, your Shark Clubs, your Earls, your Cactus Clubs, and getting machines placed in all of their locations and doing a full conversion over.
Nice. No, good opportunities there. You mentioned at the end there the wheels and the different types of blades you're going to do. What's the outcome you're looking for on that?
Yeah, so we make wedges right now with this machine. So wheels and circles, we've all seen that different where it floats on top of your drink. We've had a huge demand and ask for that. The current hand cutting process for them is just not working. So we're going to be able to take a new blade and a new pushing mechanism. You're going to be able to use the same machine but have two different cutting options. So that's really exciting. So in fact, you know, if we get to the TNT winner or the side deals, we know exactly where the investment is going. And we have clients like MGM that are waiting for that to happen so they can do a full rollout.
Cool. I can ask one more question? Oh, okay, too late.
Oh.
Kevin, what gets you so excited about fruit? I see this guy on Facebook and LinkedIn. Like, I don't think there's any bigger fanboy of limes than
Well,
lemons.
first of all, I got to end. You know, it's funny. I got to be honest with this question. So, anyways, we are a Canadian company. I do have the joy of living in Las Vegas and coming back and forth. And I'm a single guy, and I always say it's really hard to date in Las Vegas when you tell people you cut fruit for a living. So, yeah. So, anyways, appreciate
Nice.
it.
Thanks,
So,
Kevin.
That
Great
wasn't
pitch.
planned. That question, that's for sure.
Thanks. All right, thanks, Colton, and thanks, Kevin. And let's give a big round of applause for all 5 companies here tonight. All right, so what are we doing next, Jesse?
Well, we think we got to get a take in the community here from one of the biggest supporters of all of these companies. I think just about all of them are have received support from this organization, and the man here representing them. Let's bring Lawrence Zaharia from BDC to the stage.
Woo.
Big fan of BDC. They've got so many great programs. They got venture capital funds. They've got debt financing. What do you think about these pitches tonight? Give us that first initial feedback. What do you think?
I think every single one of them actually, the founders did a very good job in their presentation. They're on their way to the next step. It's obviously that all of them, they need funding, and Start TNT is doing a phenomenal job. And we at BDC are there because we want to make sure actually they get that non-dilutive capital to support them in order to get their next round of financing, the right partner for the next round of financing. And obviously we are pleased to support some of these companies, and we look forward to their growth and their success.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it better. Any extra words to share? I know you've always got something prepared on what BDC has to offer, and or anything you want to share with our entrepreneurs here today.
For those that you don't know, BDC is focused exclusively on the Canadian entrepreneurs. So we focus on the small and medium-sized businesses, and our role is actually to help these companies start and be successful. We do that obviously, as Jesse mentioned, through financing, through capital, and through advisory services. And we will be more than pleased to continue to do that and to support you.
Yeah, well, we're big fans of BDC. You've been big supporters of us, and again, I know you supported so many of the companies here today. Let's give it up one more time for Lawrence and BDC.
No, thank you very much, and congratulations to all the 5 companies and the founders.
Awesome. Thank you, Lawrence.
All right, thank you. So now we have a big decision to make.
Oh my God! Oh my God! We have a big decision to make. They certainly don't make it easy. Every year, every time we run one of these, I both dread and get super excited for the moment where we go into the deliberation room, which is now. Okay, so today we're keeping it simple. There's not going to be any panel or anything during the deliberation time. It's a time for you to hang out, to talk, to maybe go downstairs out on the patio and cool off a little bit because we know it's getting a little hot up here. So now grab a drink, enjoy yourself for about an hour. We'll be back. Investors, meet us downstairs, all right?
Or just follow us down there.
Yeah, we're going downstairs, and then we're going towards the boardroom for the deliberation. See you all in about an hour.
Are we live? We're live. Hey, everybody in Regina and online.
We are back. All right. Wow. Holy cow. Like you should. If we don't show the investors the scores. We used to show them the rankings at the end. We don't do that anymore either. But Mike and I get to see them happen in real time, and the movement during the deliberations as companies move into first place and then down and then back up again and down. It was holy shit. It was a lot. It was, yeah, really incredible to see. I just want to give a round of applause one more time for our investors who just did all that. Made a really tough decision. The founders again did not make it easy on us. That's for sure.
No, they did not. The deliberation room is always one of my favorite parts of the summit, and this one was as hard, if not harder, than some of the other ones we've been a part of.
Yeah, and these companies, as a quick reminder, not only did they pitch here tonight, but they spent hours and hours and weeks preparing for this moment. A lot of them have been running their businesses at the same time that they're out there trying to raise capital from us and from others. It's not an easy act to juggle all those different things as a startup founder. So round of applause to our founders and to all the founders here in the room tonight. Incredible work.
Something that we have learned very well in the world of VC is that being a startup founder is a full-time job. It's more than a full-time job, probably two full-time jobs.
Yeah.
And raising capital alone is 1 or 2 full-time jobs.
Yes.
So do the math. It doesn't work
how
out.
do they have 4 jobs? Suddenly they have 4 jobs. And all of this has been made possible. Again, we mentioned this earlier at the start. All of these amazing sponsors and partners, our core funding partners, Innovation Saskatchewan and Prairie, who we heard from tonight. Thank you so much to them. All our best friends forever, API, Osler, MNP, Chess Club, Faskin, McKercher, RBCX, BDC, Infinity Shred, University of Calgary. Our great friends here in Saskatchewan, Collabs Cultivator, SIDN, NSBA, the Chamber, all of these groups. And since I've done it, Startup Canada and Deal Closer as well. Thank you to them and all the sponsors. We can't do it without you. One more round of applause for that group. And we have a fund.
We have a fund.
Yeah, we're not just an angel group. We actually are a real VC, kinda. The VC fund has been raised from a lot of our investors, myself included. We put money into the fund very similar to TNT, not knowing what the money is going to get invested in. In fact, the money is auto-invested into the winner of the summit, an additional $50K on top of the $5K checks that are pre-committed. And in addition to that, the winner is going to get 2 venture partners that are going to work alongside the founder to help them raise additional capital and get to that next stage of investment. And there's an opportunity for, if you do the math on our fund, we're doing about 30 plus investments out of it at $50K each, which only equals like $1.5 million, which means the rest of the money is going to be deployed in follow-on at the next round. And I think you're going to see an announcement pretty soon on our first ever follow-on check.
First ever follow-on check from TNT Capital.
And it's going to a Saskatchewan company. Just a little sneak peek preview on that. So keep your eyes out for that announcement from TNT very soon.
All right, and we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that the party is happening here, but it keeps going later tonight. We're going to be over at Congress Beer House later tonight. Another shout out to our friends over at Blanco and Regina. Hope the party goes long tonight. And Jesse, what can people do if they want to help out with
you
with
can donate to the tab cheers at startuptnt.com, and we promised we would announce people who have contributed to the tab. So let me do that really quick right now. Pull this thread up that we got going here. as we have a few going. Okay, we have obviously myself and Mike. Andrew Kudell has donated some money to the tab.
All right,
Thank you,
Andrew from
Christopher
Infinity Shred.
Nicolation. Austin Beckler has also donated to the
Austin,
tab.
TNT regular.
Yes, big fan of all those folks. So thank you to all of them for donating. Yeah, round of applause for those folks donating to the tab, making sure that we're having a good time tonight. All right. Yes, and again, yes, we said 5 amazing companies pitched here tonight. Quick reminder of who these were. I've been drinking.
I think you all know. We had iOrders.
Yeah.
They're helping restaurants. We had Kago. They're helping parents and kids. Prairie Clean Energy. They're helping flax farmers. Rivercity. They're helping grocery companies. And SupraCut. They're helping us all drink drinks with nice lemons and lime slices here. But there can only be one winner.
There can only be one winner. As I said at the top, this was a very, very tough decision. And we do have side deals that we can announce, and then we have other side deals that are brewing, right? So if we don't end up saying your name tonight on stage, do not look out hope. There are other side deals brewing. We haven't really presented these companies yet to the other markets. That happens next week. So there's a little bit of time yet for us to rally support from all our Alberta and Manitoban brethren and get some more money into these deals, which we plan on doing over the week ahead because we love selling Saskatchewan to our other folks in the network.
We sure do, and I know there's out-of-province investors interested in Saskatchewan right now.
Yes, they are. All right. This is a tough one to say, but I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
Let's do a drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
3, 2, 1.
Rivercity Innovations.
Jeff, get up here. And the whole team, come on up, guys.
All right. What time is it, Jeff?
There you go. Where you got an extra mic? Oh, there we go.
Here, you want to say a few words?
Speak to the camera.
Wow. Well, I'm just going to say thank you to the Startup TNT group, Jesse and Doyle and Mike Wolsfeld and everybody we've talked to there and the people doing the due diligence for putting up with us. We're busting our butt. I can tell you it's 70 to 80 hours a week, never give up, and there's been some really low moments over the last 2 months and some really positive moments and we really kicked butt. We worked hard, and it's not because of me. It's because I have an amazing team. So props to Riley and Sue and Luke, and Kim's not here tonight. Rick's out remote. And CoLabs for getting us here. And I got to acknowledge BDC and Prairie's Can and IRAP and everybody else along the way. So we're going to keep doing it. But I actually want to shout out to all the other founders here tonight. It's hard. Bindi, you know it's hard. It's hard. Everybody. So don't give up. Keep doing it. I always have this image of this frog in the great blue heron's throat being swallowed. And never give up. The frog's got its arms around the great blue heron saying, you can't swallow me. So to all the co-founders out there and the founders, I get you. And thanks for the success tonight. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. I hope to bring you some good news en français and espagnol over the next few months. And Riley and I are going to go kick butt and keep doing what we do over there. And Sue's going to hold the fort and make sure it's done right and no mistakes along the way. So I don't think I can say all this tonight.
Let's pop it. Yeah. Now you got to pull the cage off.
Things I don't do very often. You live an hour out of town, you can't drink and drive either.
There you go. Now you can pop it.
You're supposed to twist the bottom.
I didn't even know all this.
Twist the bottom.
Because she's a woman.
Twist the bottom.
Twist the bottom.
Oh my God.
Sue, do you want to pop the cork?
There you go, Riley.
No,
not at people. At the ceiling.
Okay, this is teamwork.
I didn't touch it. Oh, there we go. All right, got some glasses there. Well, we get that going. We've got a couple more to announce as well.
Yes,
Go
we've
join
got
us on
side
stage
deals.
here. We've got yeah. So without further ado, let's just announce them. These are two amazing companies. As I said, the other two that we're not announcing, we are working on side deals. So please don't be mad at me. I'm sorry if I don't announce you on stage. But drum roll, please. Side deals. 3, 2, 1. All right. iOrders and Prairie Clean Energy. Come on up.
Two new companies to the portfolio.
From Regina. We're so happy to have some more Regina companies join the portfolio. We haven't had one in a while. Any words to share, Rakesh?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the support. Startup TNT, IRAP, Collabs, Cultivator, and all the investors and all the founders here. Thank you very much. Yeah, and of course, to my co-founder and to my team as well. Yeah, we have a lot more to do, and we'll be doing it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations, River City. This is great. Thank you to the investors and everyone here. And I want to say a big thanks to our team and our founder, Trevor Thomas, who dreamed this up like almost, 2015. So Mark Cooper, our CEO, we've got a whole team behind us. We're the tip of the iceberg, and that's what makes this all work. So what a great event, and thank you, Startup TNT.
Thank you.
This is what it's all about. Just says I love to bring him up on stage as well. SupraCut, Kevin, come on up. Jeff and Megan, come up as well. This is an amazing cohort we had here this time around. It said it was a really, really tough decision, and we're so thankful for all of these people. These founders is what makes our jobs possible. They put a lot of trust in us that we're going to help them find investment, that they're going to get a lot out of this program, and we appreciate them all. So this is your top 5 cohort for 2024 spring. This has been Summit 9.
Summit 9.
Any closing words, SK lead Mike Wilsfeld?
I don't have any closing words. I don't know. This is getting more fun every time.
All right. Let's enjoy tonight. Let's have fun. Let's make some friends and continue building companies. Thank you,
All right,
everybody.
thanks, everybody.
Have a great rest of your night.